Tina Matansela reporting live from the SME South Africa Funding Summit, our very first annual, but many, many more to come. And right now we sit with Donald Baloy. He is the founder and CEO of Zulzi. If you don't know who Zulzi is, you might at least know who Checkers 6060 is. And this is one of the pioneers of e-commerce and founders. And I believe, essentially he built the Checkers 6060 app. And we're here to chat to him today. Donald, how are you?
Well, and how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Yeah.
I loved your address on stage a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go too much into that.
Yeah.
But I think my first question before I even get into the tech stuff is, what is your personal mantra? Because I think there's something there when you shared the video of Jason Wang. What's your personal life mantra?
Yeah, look, I think for me, I would say enjoy pain.
Enjoy
right?
pain.
Yeah, I think when you go through pain, you must enjoy it and try to understand, what's the answer to that, right? I think for me that's very important. So you shouldn't look at it as if that's the end of the world, right? A lot of people, when things are tough, they stop building. But when things are tough, that's where you must build, right? And I think as a country, we went through the most, right? And I like to believe South Africans we're resilient in our nature, right? So we just need to embrace a lot of that, even going forward.
And then in terms of, just all the new emerging tech, we're seeing new trends every year. There's different reports about technology that's coming through.
Yeah.
How is Zulzi positioning itself to kind of stand out with new inventions and new apps coming into the market every year?
Yeah, look, I think the most important thing is tech, you should focus a lot on your customers, right? So tech must just enable you to serve your customers better. So in everything we do, you must just make sure that you are actually winning in terms of how you're serving your customers, right? So now, for instance, you look at things like AI that everybody's talking about. Then the question is how do you use AI to serve your customers better, right? So we are already starting to integrate that for customer service. We do things like when you upload a script now, we are building something that can read your scripts. Even a handwritten, script by a doctor, we can read it and generate an order for you instantly. So those are the type of things that the technology should just help you solve things in a better way, right? So, and I mean, technology changes all the time, right? And you also have to evaluate better. So, what tools, what can I use, right? So I can move faster, solve the problems for my customers even much faster, right? Because customers actually what they want is they just want the service, right? They want a better service all the time. So technology helps with that, but you have to use it in the right way as well.
Yeah,
you mustn't just be excited about, there's a new technology without actually looking at how does it addresses the problems of the customers, right? Because customers at the end of the day, they want a service. So all this latest stuff, you have to look at it to say, how can it help me to better serve my customers, right?
Okay. And speaking then of the technology and AI, in terms of digital transformation landscape, let's compare ourselves a little bit, SA and the world. How do you think we're doing in terms of digital transformation as a country?
If there's one thing that's interesting about South Africa, right? South Africa, there's so many things that we have done here that are world class, right? If you think about Amazon, web services, that's in Cape Town. It started here. That's why the head office of it is there in Cape Town, right? It was started here in South Africa, right? We have always been. I think we can compete globally, right? When it comes to our technologies, right? Even if you look at 6060 now, right? You see that it's probably ranked top 10 in terms of grocery platforms in the whole world, right? But sometimes maybe we don't see that. When you're at home, you don't see all those type of things. But I think we're so good with our technology. And then the other thing that's also given us an advantage over the world is people want to work here, right? A lot of people want to move South Africa. South Africa is a great place to work in. The resources were in companies, right? You pay less for most of the resources here, right? Compared to if you hire people in, Holland, India, or US, you pay a lot more, maybe times 2 of what you pay here in South Africa.
Okay.
So we have got great talent, right? Our institutions are amazing, right? Like what we produce from UCT, VETS, UP, Stellenbosch, we produce world-class engineers, right? And that we shouldn't forget, because a lot of people think otherwise. Like we don't see those things.
Yeah,
like, even the people that are out there, like some of them may be like, fighting us now, like Elon Musk. Yeah, the products they came from
they
here.
know
right?
what's
Yeah, they are from here actually. So I think all in all, is like South Africa is an amazing country, and I think we are going to see an acceleration because there's been a lot of stuff as well. If you look at the fiber space as well, like everybody's getting connected now, right? With fast internet, right? Which means like there's going to be an acceleration in terms of adoption of of different platforms, and that presents massive opportunity for the youth as well to get involved in this, right? For jobs and also to build your own businesses, right? Because the other thing that I like about tech is you don't need a lot of money to get started, right? You can get started in tech with just like few cents. You just need a skill, right?
Yeah.
And if you look at the AI as well, it makes it simple for people to build apps, to build stuff by yourself, right? So people must actually embrace that. So this wave is going to be bigger than the wave of the internet. And that's why everybody should actually making sure that they are really getting, like, use these tools. The AI stuff, you must use it. If you don't use it, you fall behind. They always say that there's a gentleman who said AI is not going to take your job.
People who know how to use it.
Exactly.
So
that's why you should use these tools, right? Today, for instance, a lot of people, whether if you want to do a proposal or you want to do a summary of like big documents, just put on ChatGPT and ask it, what are they saying, right? Like
everything is so simplified.
It's there, yeah. Like if you want to build a CV, you want to build a business plan, you want to build a pitch deck, like just go to those tools and do those things, right? So all in all, it's like, like I think we are so blessed to be living in this era where I think we are witnessing it right in front of us, where the world is just changing right in front of us, right? And the other thing that I must also highlight is, these changes that are taking place now, right? They're impacting a lot of people as well, right? They're impacting. We are already seeing it in the tech world, where a lot of jobs, like remember, like when AI was coming, people were thinking about people are pushing wheelbarrows that they are going to lose jobs, right?
Yeah.
But what we're already witnessing now is even in IT, people are losing jobs, right? I can tell you now for free that even in the healthcare space, a lot of doctors are going to lose jobs, right? Like if you are a GP who writing the same scripts over and over again, you're at the risk of losing that job because AI will do it better, right? And it's in that context where you need to think about like, what's next for me? What am I going to do to upskill myself to be better, so that like when these things come, I'm more prepared.
Yeah. And speaking of next, then let's go into my final question for you: is what's next for Zulzi? What do you see in the next maybe 3 to 5 years? Maybe even a year. Maybe you're not even a like 5 year type of guy. What's happening?
Yeah, look, I think we're going big on healthcare. So we are.
I almost thought that as you were talking, I'm like, this guy's gonna be in health.
yeah. Like I think definitely, I think we're doing a lot more in that space. I think we wanna bring affordable healthcare ultimately to everyone in South Africa. I think that's our biggest goal.
Yeah.
I mean, we started with like medication deliveries, uploading a script, claiming from different mega aids, but we want to innovate more than that, right? So I think we'll be doing a lot more to bring technology online and offline as well, right? Like even for brick and mortar, we want to actually bring more technologies there to help offline sales for pharmacy, to build a way in which these things are integrated. Today when you walk to a doctor, they don't know your medical history and all of those things. You go to a pharmacy, they don't know all of those things. And we want to integrate into one thing, right?
Okay, so geez, sounds exciting. I'd love to be involved and get to know more, but we're going to be following your journey very closely, and excited to see what's next for Donald Baloy.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for your time as well. Cool.
Alrighty, cheers,
Awesome.
guys.